What is up, people? Welcome back to a new video on this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my best advice in Clan War League over a few replays from yesterday's attacks. But before we do that, we need to do today's attack. So without further ado, let's take a look at the base that we're going to attack in today's Clan War League day. We're up against base number 11. I do believe it's mostly fully maxed. Most of their bases are completely maxed. As you can see, everything has the superchargers, I think. So yeah, it looks fully maxed to me. Let's get into the plan for this base. So when I was looking at this base, I was looking to enter into the town hall with the root riders, something like this. So then I had to look, okay, if I want to enter with the root riders into the town hall, where am I going to need to spirit walk? So of course the obvious options are here or here, and behind these fire spitters, and you know, I can enter into the town hall either way, like so. But why do I think that's a bad idea? Well, if you look at all of this space here, there is a lot of space for baits and giant bombs and everything in this area. And I'm almost 100% sure, like 99% sure, there will be baits there. So I'm not going to spirit walk there. I still do want to enter into the town hall. I'm going to go for a slightly more indirect entry into this mortar. Why? Again, I'm hoping there won't be as much bait in this area, because it's probably not a very popular spirit walk. So my plan is to go to this mortar, to the ricochet cannon, take down these buildings, use an invis spell to redirect her into this poison tower, take out maybe this section of the base here, and then we have that nice path into the town hall with the root riders, where the king and the queen can move around the base like this. We'll use our first overgrowth on the hook tower, then we'll probably let the overgrowth wear off and the hook tower come up. And then maybe my RC can maybe hop in and snipe the hook tower or something. And then the second overgrowth will be somewhere. We'll do it in this blue colour. Probably around here or around here. But we're not going to plan too much. That is our general plan for this attack. Hopefully we won't get baited or anything like we did in the first day of Clan War League. So let's just get right into the live attack. Okay, here we go. Just using my regular Legends army. No changes I felt needed to be made for this base. And yeah, I mean, let's go with the plan. You can find the army link for this army in the description of the video. And yeah, okay, let's do this. So perfectly going well to plan here. Hopefully she doesn't go to those skellies. Ooh, a bit unfortunate there with the fox taking quite a lot of damage. So I'm going to go down to a double cycle. And yeah, she goes to the expo, which is ideal. Hopefully the fox can stay alive. Yeah, let's get out of there. Perfect. So we're looking really good at the moment. Let's go with the root riders in nice and early, because they have a bit of work to do before I can send in my queen and everything. So let's go with the this. Okay, and let's go with a oh yeah, we need to overgrowth that. Let's keep on top of everything. Perfect. Poison. RC is going inward, which is ideal, of course. I'm not sure, I lost a headhunt at some point, maybe. But generally, we're looking okay at the moment. Yeah, this is looking pretty good at the minute. A bit of... Okay, yeah. We lost the fox there. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Nothing to panic about. I'm going to go with the warden ability now, because actually my apprentice warden was quite low on health there. And yeah, this is looking great so far. We'll go ahead, we'll go with the overgrowth like this. Move into this section. Let's go ahead, let's wall break this king in or not. I guess the wall breaker has other plans for the wall it wants to target, which is fine, I suppose. Gonna pop the king ability, just get through those Tesla nice and quickly. I don't want to get caught up on anything like that. And now if we remain patient here, we should be in the green for this one. Let's go with the queen ability and let's freeze this monolith. And yeah, this is a 3-star. Not as convincing as I would have liked it, but I think if the fox stayed alive, this would have looked a lot cleaner. Also, if my queen would like to step inward, please, and actually be useful. Thank you, queen. You did a good job. But yeah, a little close actually on the closer side. Again, if my the fox would have stayed alive, and I didn't have to use the warden ability quite so early to keep my my thingy alive, my apprentice warden alive, this would have looked a lot cleaner. And of course my queen gets targeted by the the 2 buildings that can actually target her, which is making this attack look even less clean. But look, a triple is a triple. Maybe we only have the king and the queen alive actually for this one. But it was a pretty fast one. There we go, 3-star. What can I say? It's a 3-star. Let's get into some of the recaps from yesterday's Clan War League day from some of my clanmates. Let's go. So the first of 2 attacks we are going to watch is this attack right here from Aaron. He is using quite a creative army, but I think it is a really good example of how you guys should be tackling Clan War League. Now, when you look at this base, tell me what strategy you would use against it. The obvious answer is Fireball, because there is so much Fireball value on this base. Hence why Aaron is using the Fireball army here. He's not trying to show off. We're not trying to, stick with our Legends army. Clan War League, remember, you have 24 hours potentially to plan your attack. So use 24 hours, find a base that you find the weakness for. And obviously the weakness in this base is a Fireball on the Rage Tower of some description. So although I don't necessarily think the army that he's using is that optimal with the furnaces, the revive spells and everything, I much prefer the normal Fireball army with rocket loons as opposed to all these furnaces. But maybe that's just personal preference. But the principle is clear that he has made a very good plan here to try and dismantle this base. So of course, he used the Ice Block spell there to freeze the warden in place, make sure he gets the Fireball on target, the pretty standard Invis spells, Earthquake spells to get the Fireball done. He's now going with the Hero Dive with the Log Launcher, the King and the Queen on the side of the base there. Unfortunately, the Warden does turn probably the wrong way. I think it's not optimal when the Warden is joining up with the heroes, so a bit unfortunate there, but it happens sometimes. And now he has just wrecked that side of the base with the King ability. He now can pop the Queen ability. He starts the RC at the top side of the base. And yeah, as I said, not very optimal army with these 2 revive spells. I'm not really sure what they're there for, but he is not going to need these revive spells. Let's just say that much. Not a lot of cleanup as well, so I don't think this army is particularly great. I will put the army link for a Fireball army in the description, but I wouldn't recommend that you guys start Fireball with this army. I think it is a little bit off meta maybe. Anyways, he did get the triple done. He has swagged 2 revive spells. Really good plan, and I really wanted to show this attack because it's creative for one, but at the same time it also shows this principle that Clan War League is all about planning and identifying weaknesses in the base. The next attack then, you may be disappointed to find out, is another Fireball attack. But again, I'm trying to get at this principle that you want to identify the weakness for the base. Now, can you guys see the weakness in this base? If you can't, Kaito's going to show you exactly the weakness in just a moment here. I really do mean it. I think about 50% or more of our attacks in Clan War League are Fireball attacks, and that is because they can be really, really good to plan. Now, can you see his plan just yet with this base? He's going with the Spirit Walk with the RC, and he's multitasking a bit with the Warden Walk and the Fireball on the other side, or sorry, in the other corner of the base. Now, once he has that value there, he's taken down the Ground Expo. Let's see what he's going to do. He has the Flame Flinger to grab that entire Rage Tower. Notice how there is no defenses in that area that are able to outrange the Flame Flinger. So by using the small Spirit Walk there, he is able to enable this Flame Flinger to get ridiculous amounts of value, and you will see this in the attack. Now, the second thing you may be thinking about is, why would he do a Warden Walk on a Hook Tower base? Well, yes, in Legends League, the Hook Tower is a real pain for the Warden Walk. But again, in Clan War League, you can plan your attacks. You have 24 hours to plan your attacks. And Kaito probably didn't spend 24 hours planning it. Maybe only spent 10 minutes, 5 minutes. But look, the plan here is pretty simple. He's not even going to go in range of the Hook Tower whatsoever. As you can see, he freezes the Warden in place, not even close to the range of the Hook Tower, and snipes it all the way on the outside of the base. And now that he has the Fireball set up and the Flame Flinger is doing incredible work over in that bottom corner, he can start up the Hero Dive. Of course, he does have 2 options. He could go into the Town Hall, but on this occasion, the better option is going into the Rage Tower, because that will enable the King ability to get a lot more value than it would be able to if he entered into the Town Hall. Now remember, he still has his King ability, Queen ability, RC in his pocket, the Warden is healthy, and he's just about past the 50% mark of the base. But when you actually look at what's left, there is probably 90% of the major defenses taken down at this point. And yeah, this base is absolutely smashed. Again, I'm not sure some of the equipment choices are that optimal on this army. Of course, he's using the E-boots, whereas I probably would have used the Seeking Shield and the Rocket Spear to snipe that Expo. Because the E-boots, you know, you need to use spells. And also, he's had these E-boots. He only used the E-boots for about 20 seconds of the attack. Whereas when it's used in Root Riders, you're using the E-boots pretty much the whole attack, right? So maybe that's not too optimal, but I will share this army link in the description nonetheless. You guys make your own decision on what you think is better. You know, it's all down to personal preference, and you'll be tweaking the army for every single base that you come across. But as you can see, this was a 3-star. Let's get into the recap for today's video. Alright, there we go. That was my Clan War League hit for the day in Champs 1, as well as a mini recap. Basically, what I was trying to get at is that Clan War League is all about planning, and if you can plan well in Clan War League, you're going to have no problem going perfect, and hopefully your clan can get promoted or a high rank in Champs 1. And let me know if you guys preferred the recaps with some of the attacks from the previous days as opposed to me showing my C2 attack, because the bases in C2 are not even close or nearly up to par with the bases in Champ 1, so it's probably a little bit more boring to watch. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.